Hello everyone, this is Surgeon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I will discuss to you addition and subtraction of rational algebraic expressions. This time, I will teach you on how to add and subtract rational algebraic expressions with the same denominator. In doing it, you are just simply adding simple fractions. For example, we have this fractions 2 over 11 plus 3 over 11. Okay, so these are fractions with the same denominator. So in adding these fractions, we have to copy the common denominator. Okay, very easy. We need to copy the common denominator. Then we will add the numerators. 2 plus 3, that is 5. Okay, so 5 and 11 have no common factors. Therefore, our fraction 5 over 11 is already in simplest form. So this is the answer. This is the sum in simplest form. Let's have another example. We have 9 over 12 minus 3 over 12. Okay, this time we have subtraction. The same process, adding or subtracting fractions with common denominators, we still have the same process, and that is copy the common denominator 12, then simply subtract the numerators 9 minus 3, so that is positive 6. Be careful of the sign because there are problems that the numerator in the first fraction is greater than the numerator in the second fraction, and that will result to a negative answer. But this time we have 9 positive minus 3 positive, that is positive 6. Okay, so as you can see in our fraction 6 over 12, we can still simplify this one by the greatest common factor, that is 6. So we will divide the numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by the greatest common factor 6 is 2. Okay, so this is now the difference in simplest form. Okay, that's how are you going to add and subtract two fractions. There are problems like combining the adding and subtracting of two or more fractions. So I will show you how to do that. For example, I have 1/6 minus 5 over 6 plus 10 over 6. Okay, as you can see, we have three fractions here and we have two operations involved. We have addition and subtraction. But all of the fractions have common denominator, and that is 6. So the same process, we have to copy the common denominator 6, then we will just add or subtract numerators. We have 1 minus 5 plus 10. Then let's simplify. We will use the PEMDAS. Okay, so we have 1 minus 5 is negative 4 plus 10 is positive 6 over 6. 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Therefore, the answer is positive 1. Okay, again, you need to observe first the given fractions. If the fractions have the same denominator, then you just simply copy the common denominator, then do the operation in the numerators. Okay, since you know how to add and subtract simple fractions, let's move on to adding fractions, which involves rational algebraic expressions. Okay, so let's start this with an example. 3m over 4 plus 5m over 4. Okay, so we have two rational algebraic expressions, and the denominator is the same. Okay, we have 4 and 4. So we will do the process in adding rational algebraic expression. Copying first the common denominator. Okay, so I'll start with the denominator because we just to copy the common denominator. Then we will add the numerators, 3m plus 5m. Okay, let's continue. 3m plus 5m, that is 8m over 4. In this rational algebraic expression, we can still simplify this one. As you can see, we can simplify 8 and 4. That is by dividing these numbers by the greatest common factor, and that is 4. So we will divide 8 by 4, the greatest common factor, that is 2. Then in the denominator, we have 4 divided by 4, the greatest common factor, 1. Then just copy m. Then let's simplify. We have 2m because 2m divided by 1 is 2m. So this is now the sum in simplest form. Let's have another example. We have 2y minus 7 all over 4 plus 6y plus 3 all over 4. Okay, so we have two rational algebraic expressions. Then as you can see, the denominators are the same. Okay, so we have to copy the common denominator. Then let's just add the two expressions in the numerators. So we have to add 2y minus 7 plus 6y plus 3. All right, and then we have to combine like terms. We have 2y plus 6y, that is 8y. Then negative 7 plus positive 3, that is negative 4 all over 4. Okay, so as you can see, the numerator can be factored out using the greatest common monomial factor. So let's factor this 8y minus 4. So the greatest common monomial factor of this expression is 4. Then the other factor, we have 2y minus 1. Okay, let's check. 4 times 2y, that is 8y. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 all over 4. We can now cross out the common factor in the numerator and in the denominator. So we have 4, we can cross this out. So what remains is 2y minus 1. So this is now the sum in simplest form. Let's try this one. We have x minus 4 all over 2x minus 2 plus 2x squared plus x all over 2x minus 2. These rational algebraic expressions have common denominator, and that is 2x minus 2. So we will copy this common denominator, 2x minus 2. Then we will just add the expressions in the numerator, x minus 4 plus 2x squared plus x. All right, then we have to combine like terms. 2x squared has no pair, so we just copy 2x squared. Then we have x variable, x plus x is 2x. Then negative 4 plus no constant in the second expression, so just copy negative 4. Okay, then just copy the common denominator, 2x minus 2. Alright, this time we have to factor the numerator and also the denominator, and we will find it out if there are factors that can be crossed out. Okay, so the factors of this expression in the numerator, we can use the greatest common monomial factor. So we have 2 times the other factor, x squared plus x minus 2 all over. You can also factor 2x minus 2 by the greatest common monomial factor, 2. You have x minus 1. Alright, so let's check if these are really the factors of each expression. 2x squared, 2 times x is 2x, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Check. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Check. Okay, so we got the right factors. Let's continue factoring this one. The numerator, this trinomial can still be factored. So we have to factor this. Okay, so the factors of this trinomial is x plus 2. The other one is x minus 1. Alright. Then we have 2x minus 1 as our denominator. We can now cross out the common factors. We have 2 and x minus 1. So let's continue. The remaining factor in the numerator is x plus 2. In the denominator, we have 1 because all of these factors are crossed out, so we have to write 1. Or simply we can write this as x plus 2 as the sum in simplest form. That's how you add the rational algebraic expressions. This time, let's proceed to subtraction. 8n over 3 minus 2n over 3. So we will copy the common denominator, that is 3. Then just subtract the numerators, 8n minus 2n. So we have 8n minus 2n is 6n over the denominator 3. So let's simplify 6n over 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then just copy n. So this is now the difference in simplest form. Let's have another example. We have x squared plus 3 all over x minus 2 minus 3x plus 1 all over x minus 2. Alright, so again, we still have the same denominators, so we will just copy this one. Just copy x minus 2. And then we will just subtract the expression in the numerators. We have x squared plus 3 minus 3x plus 1. Okay, so in this case, we will multiply the negative to each term in the binomial. This is understood that we have 1 here. So we have negative 1 times 3x, negative 1 times positive 1. So we will do that. Okay, so just copy x minus 2 as our common denominator. Then we have to copy the first expression in the numerator, x squared plus 3. Then again, we will distribute this one. Negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. Negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. And then we have to combine like terms. Let's simplify this one. X squared. Then we have negative 3x. Then the constant positive 3 minus 1 is positive 2. So I have to arrange the terms in the polynomial. Okay. Then x minus 2. Next one is we have to factor the expression in the numerator. X squared minus 3x plus 2. It can be factored out. So let's continue. Okay, let's write the factors of x squared minus 3x plus 2, and that is x minus 1. The other one is x minus 2. Alright, then copy the denominator x minus 2. So in this case, we can cancel or cross out the common factor x minus 2 and x minus 2. So we have x minus 1 in the numerator, and in the denominator we have 1 here. So our difference in simplest form is x minus 1. Let's have another example. 2m minus 3 all over 4m squared plus 5m plus 1 minus m minus 4 all over 4 m squared plus 5m plus 1. The denominators are the same, so we will just to copy this 4m squared plus 5m plus 1. Alright, then we have to subtract the expressions in the numerators. 2m minus 3 minus m minus 4. Okay. The same with the previous example, we will distribute negative to each term in the binomial or in the second polynomial. So we have, again, copy the common denominator, plus 5m plus 1. Okay, so we have 2m minus 3. Negative 1 times m is negative 1m. Negative 1 times negative 4, that is positive 4. Then we will simplify this one, combining like terms. 2m minus m is 1m. Negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. All over the common denominator, 4m squared plus 5m plus 1. And then we have to factor the expressions in the numerator and denominator if possible. So m plus 1 is already in simplest form. So we will factor this trinomial 4m squared plus 5m plus 1. And that is 4m plus 1. The other factor is m plus 1. Alright. So with this, we can cancel or cross out m plus 1 and m plus 1 in the numerator and denominator. So this becomes 1. Okay? So let's continue here. So we have 1 in the numerator and 4m plus 1 in the denominator, because 4m plus 1 times 1 is 4m plus 1. So this is now the difference in simplest form. Alright, so to recap, in adding and subtracting rational algebraic expressions with the same denominators, first is you are going to copy the common denominator, add or subtract the numerators, then you try to factor the numerator and denominator if possible. Then look at the common factors, cross them out, then write the remaining factors. And that will be, I hope you learned something from this video. If you like this video, click like, put good comment, and share it to others. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more math videos. Goodbye!